started my Stop Pilates course in July 2023 and had no idea I would be where I am today. I actually shared a bit about this in my last vlog. It was a new chapter, I didn't know anyone, I felt quite alone and honestly a bit lost in direction. At the time, I thought I needed a clear path, but looking back, that phase was actually necessary. It gave me space to explore without pressure. Back in Australia, I was already doing Pilates since my uni days while studying physio, so when I moved to Singapore, I naturally continued with classes. I've always loved how Pilates made me feel in my body, how I could push it, trust it, strengthen it. At some point, I decided that teaching Pilates would be a good idea while I was settling into Singapore. I didn't expect it to become anything serious. I just wanted to get better at something I already loved, to understand the exercises and the system. I started my journey with the Stop Network and Reformer courses. Around that time, I was offered an opportunity to teach at a bigger studio, which in the end didn't work out. And looking back, I'm glad it didn't. I realized quite early on that I wasn't the type of instructor to hype up a room or teach over loud music. I actually enjoyed attending those classes myself, but teaching in that environment didn't feel like me. My approach was always more gentle, more serene, and that's actually where the name Gentle Pilates came from. That was a really important moment for me because instead of trying to fit in, I started to understand my own style and lean into what felt natural. And I think that's something a lot of people overlook. There will always be clients who are drawn to your way of doing things and appreciate your approach and style. You just have to honor it. Instead of feeling bad for not fitting in, I started to see my rehab background as an advantage. From there, I went all in and took the chair, Cadillac, and barrels courses. I was really excited for this since I wanted to learn everything about Pilates. I wanted to move on all of the equipment and start teaching clients straight away. In the beginning, I actually did something quite unconventional. I posted an ad on Carousel, which is a local marketplace app in Singapore, and I charged entry rates straight away. I was teaching mat and reformer Pilates in clients' homes. I didn't overthink it too much, I just started, and I think that helped much more than waiting until I felt completely ready. I still remember those first sessions so clearly. I was nervous, I was hoping the clients would be nice, I didn't want to mess up my words or give the wrong cues. I was surprised with how fast I built up the skills to teach, to connect with clients, to program effectively. I started building confidence, not just in teaching, but in how I carried myself. My movements became more fluid, my voice became more certain. I started to take my business more seriously and started one ad on Instagram. From there, it gained a lot of traction and I was getting inquiries almost daily. As demand continued to grow, I reached a point where I was fully booked for the whole month. At this point, I was traveling around to multiple locations and had little time in between for meals and little time for my own practice. I was tired from constantly traveling, so decided to look for studios I could work out from. I wasn't quite ready to set up my own studio. I found 3 suitable private studios at prime locations and rented hourly slots from them. This transition was what I needed, to travel less and have clients come to me. Now I was doing half home visits and half studio days. To cover the cost of rent, the travel fees, and marketing, I decided to raise my price. I also recognized my growth, what I offered, and the level I was operating at. At the same time, I was continuing my advanced training and really refining my teaching. But I was also starting to burn out. The demand for my classes kept growing and I was getting booked out months ahead now. I was still teaching up to 8 clients a day, still traveling more than I liked, and not giving myself space to actually grow. I realized something important during that phase, that being fully booked doesn't always mean you're in alignment. I knew the kind of schedule I wanted, the type of clients I wanted to work with, but I wasn't putting myself in the position to get there. So I made another decision. I started implementing stronger boundaries. I stopped home visits, adjusted my pricing again, and became much more intentional with how I worked. It wasn't just income, it changed the entire dynamic. I started attracting clients who were more committed, more present, and who genuinely valued the work. I was able to protect my energy and give more to the clients I already had instead of stretching myself thin. This was one of the best decisions I made. I've been at this price point for more than a year now, and it feels right for me. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. You have to know your strengths, your energy, your capacity, and build around that. Not what everyone else is doing, but what actually works for you, and having boundaries to support that. Right now, I'm fully booked. And looking back, I don't know how I used to do 8 to 10 clients a day while traveling everywhere. I guess I was running on adrenaline, wanting to apply my knowledge and grow as a teacher as much as possible. Now I keep things much more intentional. I teach around 4 to 6 clients a day and have space for my own training, my own life, my own energy. I've closed bookings for now and mainly take referrals. And I have my regulars who have been with me for years. I've seen them at their lowest and now as strong, capable bodies. And that part of my work I don't take for granted. I also have a much better lifestyle now. More time at home, more time to cook, more time to create, to relax, to just live. I do miss teaching new clients though, but I just know that if I fall back into the trap of overworking and overextending myself, it won't support the life I'm trying to build. So I'm quite strict about protecting my work-life balance. Instead, I've been thinking of how to extend my reach and manage sustainable growth. My introduction to Pilates program was extremely popular in person, and I realized I was teaching the same foundational things to every new client, just adapted to their body. It was also something I genuinely loved teaching. I loved it when a client felt a connection with their body or realized something for the first time. It was such a special experience. So I decided to turn my method into an online program, making it more accessible worldwide. I've been busy filming the program, structuring it, and packaging everything I know into something people can access anywhere. It's open to everyone and I'm so excited for this. I've never done anything like this before and have no idea how it's going to go, but it just feels like the right thing to do. I'm editing it at the moment and might also share a separate vlog on this. Hopefully it will be released by the end of the month. I was a newbie not long ago, uncertain in my direction in a new city, and now I've built something that feels completely my own. And I think that came from trusting my way of doing things, even if it didn't look like everyone else's. I hope these tips were helpful and you learned something valuable in this vlog. Thanks so much for watching to the end.